Hi, my name's Charlie King. I'm with Heroic Fatherhood. This is your mentor's moment. In today's question, a dad asks, my wife and I are constantly arguing about money. I just want to throw my hands up. What should I do? Oh, wow. Is this a consistent, constant, and awesome question to be asking? Thank you so much for bringing it. There are only two major topics that couples fight about. It is also the same two topics that are the major cause of divorce. One is sex, and the other one is money. So I'm so glad you asked it, and you are not alone, my friend. So have you ever noticed that the Maps program in your smartphone is only as good as the data that you put into it? Have you ever had this happen where you go to get in the car and you give an address that you're going to that you haven't been to before, and you plug it into the GPS and it's somewhere in your community or it's somewhere just a little ways away, and you start driving? And you suddenly realize after about 5 minutes of driving, maybe even 10 minutes of driving, that you suddenly are going in a direction that is absolutely not where you wanted to go. So I had this happen to me. Where I put in an address that was supposed to be about 30 minutes away from me. And it was only after about 20 minutes of driving that I discovered that I was on my way to Alberta. Now, I have been to Alberta, Canada, and I like Alberta, Canada, and I would love to go back there and visit again. But that day, I was not intending to go to Alberta, Canada, and I was just getting ready to get on a highway to go to Alberta. See, the reality is that we often, especially with money, don't have a destination that we want to go to, or if we do, we misenter it. And misentering your destination of where you want to go with money is often about not having a vision, not a shared vision where you'd like to go financially with you and your spouse. That's the first thing. And the second thing is being super specific about what your needs are, what your desires are, and what kind of future you want to create. So here's the thing. If you're going on a road trip and you don't have a destination in mind, then it doesn't matter which way you go, because it can all look like success because you're on a road trip. You said, we're going to a road trip. This is a great road trip. We're going places. Look at us, we're driving. But if you don't have a destination, then any direction you go is good. And it just may not be that you're going to end up in the location that you were hoping for. It's super important when you are having a conversation about finances or the future of your business or where you want to go as parents or where you want to go to live, where you want to go to retire, what do you want your financial future to look like. It is super important that you have a shared conversation with your spouse, a shared conversation about what it looks like. What do you want it to look like in 5 years? What do you want it to look like in 10 years? What do you want it to look like in 1 year? What do you want it to look like after the kids leave high school? What do you want it to look like? Let's see where we line up. You write down, you do a visioning board. You write down everything you want from 10 years from now. I'm going to write everything I want from 10 years ago. Let's see if we can create a vision together to figure out how to do that. Then let's see where we're at right now and see what we need to do to start building that future. Very often that includes cutting costs. Very often that includes savings. Very often that means making hard choices. And hard choices are okay if you make them together. They're awful when you make them by yourself. And they're especially awful when you feel like you need to make a choice and your spouse doesn't. Or your spouse feels like your family needs to make a choice and you don't. These are incredibly difficult topics, but together you get to create a future that's worth living into, a vision that you can keep looking for. And because you have a destination, a vision of where you want to go, then every time you go to take an action, you go, is this in line with the destination that we're going? Is this right turn the direction we want to go? It is. Cool, let's take the right turn. Is this the right turn? Well, yeah, I'd go by the Slurpee shop, but the problem is that we're going the other way. Okay, we're not going to the Slurpee shop, take the left. So the bottom line is creating a shared vision with your spouse for the future that you want to create is critical to finding financial success and marital bliss, marital happiness, which we kind of think is a good idea here at Heroic Fatherhood, because marriage is great and we are committed to being in it. We're committed to finding the results. We're committed to staying. When we have a shared vision, we're far more in alignment. Our kids see us in alignment, our families see us in alignment, and making difficult decisions together is so much easier than making them by ourselves. Thanks for this question. It's an important one, and I really appreciate it. And keep the questions coming. If you have a question that you'd like us to answer, make sure to put it in the comments below. You can super email it to us. You can put it on our YouTube channel in comments. And oh yeah, by the way, if you're in YouTube right now, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. And pro tip, if you want to get the first early notification of when we put a new YouTube video up, make sure to click the bell. That turns on the notifications so you will be notified when a new video comes out. Lastly, I just want to leave you with this. We become better men by spending time with good men, and I'm just super glad I got a chance to spend some time with you today. My name's Charlie King. I'm with Heroic Fatherhood, and this has been your Mentor's Moment.